What's good, Brodies? It's your boy Flat, and we back with another video. So, today, my boy Patrick has dropped Patrick CC. The CC is like, it's not a blind copy. I know it's something like, it's when you copy an email. Now I gotta figure out what the fuck this shit means. Oh my god, I hate when I do this. I know what it means, but I don't know what it means. CC means, oh yeah, so, yeah, just a copy of an email to send to another person when you send it to them. Patrick has dropped a video that I feel will be very, now I'm fucking with y'all. I feel will be very confrontational. So I wanted to watch the video, react to it, and give my opinion on what he's saying. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this. Click.
I think there's a bit of a misunderstanding when it comes to what a YouTube rapper is. They're not people that just upload their music to YouTube and then have their biggest following on the platform. They're people that create content that's similar to traditional YouTubers as a means to gain a following and then promote their music.
Alright, so first thing, the title is called YouTube Rappers Are Corny. So obviously if you're a YouTube rapper, you're going to be offended by this. Me being new to the platform, maybe that may be a reason why I'm not taking too much of a disliking to just the start of the video. But technically, I am a YouTube rapper. I'm creating content. I'm giving it to you guys to build a following for my music. I'm uploading on the camera every day, and I'm talking to you guys. So technically, at this point, I am a YouTube rapper. The only difference is I'm not. Some YouTube rappers, I feel like, they want to get away from that title, but I feel like that's an insecurity to a certain extent, depending on why they want to get away from it. But what's the point of getting away from it if you're profiting and benefiting from it? So I don't see a problem with that. We're going to see why he thinks YouTube rappers are corny, though.
For example, if I was doing everything that I have been doing on the platform, making all these videos, promoting rappers, and while I was doing it, I was just dropping a music video and then dropping an album and telling you guys to check out my
album
music,
mode, I don't know if
I would be a YouTube rapper. Just because he sort of blew up on the platform
that people think
and gained
NF is a
his biggest
YouTube
following
rapper.
there, but he never made traditional YouTube videos. So I don't really understand why people call him a YouTube rapper. He definitely isn't. Now someone like Quadeca, he makes traditional YouTube videos. Almost all of them are hip-hop related.
Quadeca is definitely a YouTube rapper.
So
I guess that makes sense.
But he makes these creative videos, obviously most known for the Styles of Rapping series. And he does that to gain a following, and then he drops music videos, albums, and promotes it to the following that he has. Thus,
a YouTube rapper.
So why are YouTube rappers corny? Well, that's kind of a complicated question and answer because corny is subjective.
I like what he said. He started off by saying corny is subjective, and all that means is that it's his opinion on who he thinks is corny and who he thinks isn't corny based on how he feels personally. Let's get that out the way. Just because somebody says somebody's corny doesn't mean they're corny, and just because somebody says they're not corny does not make them corny. Now I'm confused. Anyways, let's keep going. It's usually based off the genuine like eye test of, or I guess ear test in this sense, ear test of the room. If the whole room says you're corny, 9 times out of 10, that means you're corny. Even though 1 out of the 10 people can like you, which is the benefit out of YouTube, is because everyone as an artist has their own audience, and only 1 out of 10 people may like you. But on YouTube, you can find that 1 person out of 10 that fucks with your music. So it doesn't really matter if somebody thinks you're corny or not. Just find your fan base. Let's continue to listen to what he's saying, though.
I'll even call Logic and J. Cole corny.
Logic is definitely corny, and I'm pretty sure you're going to say J. Cole isn't.
Agree with Logic, but not so much with J. Cole. But let me just make it a point to say that all YouTubers are just kind of corny.
Oh my God, shots fired. He just called me corny. And it's crazy because as soon as he said that, I just started doing some corny shit. But I get what he's saying. Okay, perfect example. When I start my videos, I'd be like, yo, it's Flat and we back and blah, blah, blah. Like, that's at some point in time, that shit is corny. Like, and that's probably a big reason why I had such an issue trying to get on this platform, because I was like, I don't want to be corny like these other niggas. I'm like, all these niggas is corny. When I say all, I'm not saying 100%. I'm just saying a great amount of you guys on this platform are corny as fuck. And it's like, I'm a grown ass man. I'm not trying to fucking put my tap shoes on and start dancing just to get people to listen to my music. That's why I'm on the platform, to get people to listen to my music. But I will say this: when you watch talk shows, or you go back and you watch, Blue's Clues, or just anything that's big, you know what I'm saying? Barney, at the end of Barney sings the I Love You, You Love Me song. There's nothing wrong with corniness, because at the end of the day, it's almost really not corniness, it's branding. It's just, it kind of lives in the same ballpark at times. You get what I'm saying? And it's also still subjective. It may not be corny to you guys when I start my videos. It's a little corny to me because I'm doing it every time, but at the same time, I'm building a brand on my page and I'm getting people used to it. And after a while, you'll be saying that shit as soon as the videos start. Because there's people who say the same shit when they videos start, and I get excited and I start saying it, like Brandman Sean. If y'all don't follow Brandman Sean and y'all artists, you need to. Dude is the only reason I decided to even become a YouTube rapper. And just to go deeper into that, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's keep going with it going, because I got some shit to say.
Sit in a room alone and make videos of yourself in one way or another. You think that you're the shit and you need to put yourself out to the world like that, which is kinda corny. And yes, I'm talking about myself. It's all good. It's what I am.
See, I love how he did this video, because the first person he called out was himself. So now you guys can't attack him, because it's like, you can't say, well, you're corny too. As far as him saying, feel like you shouldn't put it out to the world, I don't necessarily feel like that. I try to let that speak through my music, and just what I'm doing, if that's something you like, but that part right there, I'm a little, but I get it. There's some people that's on here and they're like, I'm the best rapper ever, and blah, 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 and they just talk about how they're the best rapper ever. I can understand how he would say that's corny. Let's continue, though.
Plus, YouTube audiences are primarily kids, and to appeal to kids, you have to be a little corny. So
I understand what he's saying on a massive scale. I don't feel like I appeal to children, because I be cussing and saying all types of shit. But to other artists, I can see how he can say that.
What is the opposite of being corny?
Being cool.
Being cool. The cool crab.
Like he added corny shit on purpose.
Have this coolness factor to them. They have the image or mystique that's attractive to fans. I mean, if you think about someone like Playboi Carti, who's pretty much riding his whole career on being cool or being lit, because objectively his music doesn't have that much substance to it. Playboi Carti, by the way. But if he went on camera every day and filmed himself in his room or wherever
it would take away
and said, I'm so cool, I'm so lit, check out my music, yada yada yada, you could see how that would diminish his credibility. He lets his fans, he lets the blogs, he lets the people in general do the talking and give him his coolness status.
Okay, so the thing about what he's saying about Playboi Carti, to a certain extent, is correct, but it's only because he's signed by a label or he's with a distribution deal and they're doing his marketing for him. The difference, I feel like, with YouTube artists, we are our marketing, our videos, the content we're creating is literally the marketing and the building of our image. So in a sense, you can be a YouTube rapper and not be corny. But what he's saying is, from what he's seen, is like a lot of the things you're doing, you guys are doing, can be perceived as corny, and that is very understandable. And at the end of the day, you have to say to yourself, do I want to corny up my image to get more fans and more subs to make more money? Or do I want to niche down and be less corny, have less fans, and still go from that? At that point, it's a financial thing in your head, what you want to do. Because if I did, different styles of rap, I probably would get views from it. But that's just not something that, to me, would go well with my image. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an artist from LA. I grew up in gang culture. It's a lot of stuff that you guys don't know about me that I'm delivering to you, and I will be delivering through content, through music and through everything. Like, if y'all ain't seen my LA vlog, go check it out, because y'all probably ain't never seen a whole bunch of niggas throwing up gang signs and being in one place. That may not be something you've seen before. So, you know, you might want to check that out. You know, so it's just an image of with how you guys see me. Just because if I do something, it affects me. Everything you do affects you. If I, you know what I'm saying, if I go dress up and play the banjo and rap, like, but then I come out saying I'm a hard rapper, you guys are going to be like, no, you're not. You was just playing the fucking banjo in front of, you know what I'm saying? So I understand what he's saying, and to a certain extent makes sense to me.
See, YouTubers don't have that coolness or that mystique because...
Well, YouTubers aren't going to have the mystique per se because, like he said, we're giving... You guys see us on the camera all the time. But at the same time, that does not change the image that can be seen. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can still have a great image and still be on the camera all the time. Like, it's been done before. Like, rappers have reality TV shows.
They kind of give us a day in the life when they're uploading those YouTube videos. So there's no mystery. There's nothing that leaves you wondering about them, because a few times a week they upload a video talking, giving their opinions, giving us a full perspective of who they are as a person.
So, there are different ways to go about being seen as an artist. I would say, if you guys are saying who's Mystique, we could say Party Next Door. We could also say what's his name? The Weeknd. The Weeknd is very Mystique, but that's just one angle and one way you can go about being an artist.
So the fans kind of understand who they are. There's no mystery, like I said. So if you think about it, it's kind of hard to look up to a YouTuber that shares a lot of their life with them and
shout out my boy
perspective versus somebody like Playboy Cardi, who's just sort of cool and mysterious and in the background and doesn't try too hard. YouTubers are tryhards. Also, to combat the corny stigma that all of these YouTube rappers are facing, 90% of them are lyrical rappers.
Okay, so a big issue and what's going on is, and a lot of people are speaking on it, is that the thing about YouTube rappers are, like he said, 90% of them are lyrical. They're lyrical. They don't have an image, and they talk about how other rappers suck. A lot of them do it. There's nothing wrong with doing any of that. But if all you do is try to be lyrical, and talk about how rappers suck and how you're the fucking messiah of hip hop, shit is trash, bro. Like, if that's all you do, you're garbage as an artist. I think people need to understand that rapping is fine. If you just get on a beat and rap all the time and just freestyle, and that's what you do, kudos. You're going to be respected because you're in a niche. You rap, and you just rap on beats. But I need for you guys to understand this. Music, rapping, it's a small part of making music. You might, and people, I've been dealing with this forever. And the thing is, I used to be just like you guys. I used to go up to people and say, listen to the lyrics. Don't worry about the beat. Just listen to the lyrics and be mad when other rappers like Waka Flocka or whoever is on a beat and they styling and everybody liking it. I'm like, well, I'm doing is exactly what I'm supposed to do. Why does nobody like it? Because it's music, and rapping is a small part of that. You might not agree with it, but image is a very strong part of the art that we're selling. We're not even selling music anymore. We're selling our image, where people buy into who you are. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like you got to understand that if you're going to be super lyrical, everybody is super lyrical. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to bring more than that. But let's continue to see what he's going to say.
Because you can't argue with skill. If a YouTuber's like, hey, I may be corny, but I can spit bars and you can't take that away from me, fair. At the end of the day, you can't argue with skill.
Of course not.
And my final reason is that a lot of these YouTubers lack an image, which kind of goes
back to what I was saying. Lacking an image. Your image can't be, I'm a lyrical rapper, all these rappers suck, hip hop is dead, I'm the new savior. Everybody does that shit, bro. Who are you? I'm gonna get back to this, but we're gonna listen.
Goes hand in hand with my previous point. Lyrical rappers, generally speaking, don't rely heavy on image. They rely on being skillful. And people will argue, oh.
Okay, so he brought up Eminem. I do have a problem with that. I know why he brought it up, but Eminem did not blow up because he was super lyrical. He blew up because he had a different perspective about life and the life that he had and the issues that he had, which goes back to his image. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy for people in the 90s, late 90s to accept a white rapper just because he can rap good. Nobody gives a fuck. That's just what it is. Do you make good music? Can we rock with it? You know what I'm saying? He got signed with Dr. Dre. If he didn't get signed with Dr. Dre, I don't know if M would have been so big in the black community because Dr. Dre had the beats. He had the blueprint. Eminem went in there and he got him right. He put him in a scheme, and Eminem was still able to appeal to everybody and then speak on himself, and thus his image became. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about him.
Oh, it's not about the image. It shouldn't be about the image. It should just be about pure talent.
That's not what it is.
Okay, fine, whatever. But a lot of these YouTubers look like normal dudes. And I don't know about you, but when I'm looking up to a rapper, I'm trying to...
Why y'all on my boy Crip? Oh, why y'all my boy Crip? I will say that if y'all haven't, Crip just put out a new song and he's speaking about his own emotions, and to me, that's a step. That's one step, into showing the image of who you are. Crip might turn into like a vulnerable rapper. You know what I'm saying? Or that's just a facet or one side of him. So, I don't think he's really shitting on him. Or I think that was Mac Lethal and I think High Res. If anything, you should be complimented that he's even bringing you guys up in this video, because that means you guys are at the top tier of what you're doing, and all publicity is good publicity.
Idolize someone. I don't want them to be normal looking. I don't want them to look like this guy.
Okay, and if you're noticing,
I want them to be cool. I want them to have something sexy or attractive about them.
It's crazy because if you notice, all the rappers he's posted are white, and then the rappers he's posting he wants them to look like are black. Now, I don't know if anybody is catching that, but I don't want you to think it's specifically about the color of them, but it's just about, if you're a white person and you see another white person looks just like you, and the only thing that they can do better than you is just rap on a beat, and you don't necessarily like the music, you're not gonna fuck with them. You're not gonna rock with them. Just like if I'm black and I see a rapper that's super lyrical and that's all he does, like, okay, what does that do for me? How do I like link with you? How do I, you know what I'm saying? How do I relate to what you're doing? If all you're doing is rapping, you're not necessarily giving me enough to become a fan. That's what he's saying. Versus the Baby or Lil Uzi. Like Lil Uzi, when you guys think of Lil Uzi, images pop in your head. You think of somebody, yeah, turning up and, being cute and shoulder rolling and kind of being a little feminine, but he's still a man. And it's like, oh, is he gay? Is he not? What's this? He's just living his life. He's like the new Prince. All these thoughts go inside your head. When you think of the baby, you think of niggas testing him and him shooting him in a motherfucking jaw. You think of him knocking niggas out. You think of people don't test him because he a real nigga. That's what you think when you think of these people. When you think of one of these YouTube rappers, what's the first thing that pops in your head? If you said, oh, they rap really fast or they're super lyrical, that's not enough. It's not enough, because at the end of the day, you got to think about it like this. Image is the most important thing, because when you think of Snoop Dogg, you think of like your older uncle that smoke weed and that's cool. When you think of Lil Wayne, you think of somebody that's high pitched voice and sipping lean, and the F stands for this and the F stands for that. You know what I'm saying? When you think of J. Cole, you think of somebody humble and trying to speak facts. Like, you have images in your head when you think of these artists, and music is art. So because of that, you have to have an image, and you have to rent space inside the viewers' heads, because if you don't, they're going to go to the technical skill and not think and put you to the side. You know what I'm saying? Do you want, when you get carpet in your house, and let's say you got some money and you want to hire somebody, are you going to hire somebody that, he puts the carpet in the exact corner the exact way it's supposed to be exactly every time? Or do you want somebody that's like, yeah, I lay down, you know, I got different texture carpets and I lay them shits down and they, you know, they soften. Everybody lay on my carpet, feel like they go to sleep. And it's like, oh, I want the carpet that the nigga that make you want to go to sleep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he the sleepy carpet nigga. Like, it's images like soda. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just, it's a whole bunch, and it's almost not fair, you know, to us as artists that have to deal with this, because we don't understand, because a lot of what's going on, labels took control of all of this and helped with artist development, you know, building an image, stylists, clothing, all of this. They helped with all that. But now we are in a time and age where we have to do it ourselves. And if nobody told us, we wouldn't know. I have been rapping for 11 years. 11 years. This is the first time that I finally started to get people actually seeing what I'm doing. I've been honing this shit for 11 years, learning everything he is talking about after bumping my head the whole way through. And so I'm finally here. You know what I'm saying? I'm finally here and I understand it. But an artist that didn't have to deal with that, and they're just like, man, I just started rapping, people liked it on YouTube, and now I'm blowing up. Now you saying I'm corny. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. I can understand how some of these artists would feel like that, because he's just putting the pictures of them up. He's talking about everybody. They're just, the pictures he's putting up is just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you're so big, so it's like I have to, you know, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if all you can do is rap, that's not good enough to make music, bro. I'm sorry. And you might think I'm wrong about it, but I'm not. I'm really not. It is what it is. Because if that was the case, then YouTube rappers would be on the radio by now. But they're not. Let's continue.
Pause. Most rappers don't look like normal people. And again, I know this sounds kind of crazy, but I kind of want to feel like that person is above me in some Let's just take a look at some of these popular, or at least well-known YouTube rappers. First on my list is Quebec. It seems like he kind of but I just want to make another little point. And I also do like his YouTube videos, and they were short and brief. But
Okay, so that's all the video I'm going to play of that. But just to break everything down, at the end of the day, being a YouTube rapper is a great thing. I feel like the fans are they're fire as fuck on here, which is why I wanted to do this. It took me some time to want to become a YouTube rapper, because just like everyone else, I thought it was not a legitimate way to be seen as an artist. That is indeed not true. There are more YouTube rappers I've seen with more Spotify streams and listeners than rappers that are signed. You are going to see more rappers get on YouTube and build their profiles and do videos once they get out of their head that it's corny, because it doesn't matter what it's perceived as, because at the end of the day, we are entertainers at heart and we're here to entertain you. So if you're a YouTube rapper and you got a big following and you feeling some type of way about this video, don't sweat it, my nigga, because at the end of the day, you have shows, people are coming to your shows, and everything is going on. Now, if you feel like in your heart that he telling the truth and you feel some type of way about it, change it. You know what I'm saying? You can still grow. All artists grow. That's all artistry is about, is creating and growth and creating and growth and continuing to create and grow. You get what I'm saying? But to me, I feel like YouTube is the best place for an artist to put their music out, which I heard him say. It's the best place to grow a fan base. But at the same time, if you are trying to be a pop star or like a rap star, you have to understand that image and music are hand in hand. You're selling something. This is a business. This isn't just about I can rap good. You have to be the whole package. I know you guys seen Rhythm and Flow and you seen what they said about it. You have to be the whole package. And for me, I understand what he's saying. I don't take offense to the whole YouTube rappers are corny. If YouTube rappers are corny, then I'm a corny motherfucker, and it is what it is, because at the end of the day, I am going to build my fan base on here. I am going to grow. Other artists that want to grow are going to grow, and you are going to see the fruits of your labor. So, with that being said, don't stop fucking with any artist that you like just because somebody else thinks they're corny. If you're an artist and you feel like he said you're corny, or you feel corny from listening to what he said, then that means you are corny, so just change it. But me, I understand what he's saying. I'm already on that path of what he's saying, and the rappers that he did shout out, he said he liked some. You You know what I'm saying? And he said everything he likes about all the artists, whether he likes them or he doesn't like them. You get what I'm saying? So just take that and keep pushing forward. Me, I'm going to keep talking in front of the fucking camera. I'm going to keep fucking with y'all. I'm going to keep dropping videos. I'm going to do all of that. I'm going to drop music and everything, because at the end of the day, this is a relationship that I am tending to build, and I'm 100% invested in this shit, and I fuck with y'all. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you think YouTube rappers are corny? Do you think he's bullshitting? Do you not agree with what he's saying? Do you agree with what he's saying? And let me know in the comment section. Till then, y'all stay safe. Peace.